what are your short and long-term goals for the police and fire departments? And that being said, would you consider to continue to hire more officers, even though we are at a budget shortfall?
Thank you for the question. You know, in economics, that's what they call optimal. What is an optimal number of police to have in a department? You know, there's no anybody telling you for a 1.3 million population city, there's going to be a ratio of this number of police officers to this. I mean, that's just playing statistical game that, you know, the outcome really doesn't justify the effort. So, I mean, hiring, yes, if we need to hire, because that's what the pressure on the department is, we look into that. For me, law enforcement is critical. We cannot play with it, because without it, our economy wouldn't grow. The sense of security that we have will be challenged. So I will have dialogue with the police on a monthly basis, and bringing in the various people with the community. Effective policing requires community cooperation. So layoff to me will be the last resort. You know, like in banking, they say the central bank is the lender of last resort. So police, messing with the police or their issues will be the last thing I would like to see. But again, you know, I'm one of 15 people on the council. So you have to mobilize a sense of understanding. And with the police, what adjustment can we make? Because the money is finite. What makes money actually fungible is the attitude of the human being to the money. So that's why a dollar, if invested, gives you 20 cents. The wealth created is that 20 cents. But the human factor has to act on it to make it fungible, because the money is finite. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Donna Ross. What I'd like for you to address is the pension. Many cities across the nation are trying to go to a different type of pension, or do away with pensions. And as you know, Mayor Leopard at one time was looking into doing away with the pension for the city employees of Dallas. And I'd like to know what your feelings are on that.
Pension. You know, a friend of mine was there talking about they have pension, and I was like, my God, I don't even know what I'm going to do when I retire. You know, I love pension because it's savings for the rainy day. You know, again, it goes back to the way we have been doing the pension system. You know, if you know, remember at the time, you know, GM, you know, everybody worked for GM, you get something from GM. But now GM was the big choice in the world. So when other competition started to come in, what does that do? Why did Toyota go to Alabama, San Antonio, and Mercedes-Benz and BMW is in Alabama? Because they want to avoid where they have to pay tax. So for the pension that is already in existence, it has to be protected. Again, financing, there are 6 functions to money. If you can address those 6 functions, you will have security. But when you start to play politics and all that with money, but you have to look at growth. It used to be easy for us to say our economy is going to grow at 2 or 3% because we were the only game in town. But now, other people are copying what we are doing. I mean, the internet has opened the door to everybody. So people could zoom in and see what you're doing and go do it somewhere else. So we got to look at the pension and see, one, it has to be protected. The pensioners themselves, what would you like to see happen? I mean, as a servant leader, remember that's what my role is going to be. Servant leader is to engage who I'm serving. I say, what solutions do you see? What options are available on the table? You know, it used to be you can have a fixed contract. But fixed contract these days doesn't make sense because you are fixing a rate which the future economy may not support. And everybody gets into it. The system gets shaken. So pension, yes, we'll do it. The pensioners, the beneficiaries of those systems will do what? We have to be part of that discussion. And if they agree to whatever that needs to happen to it, that's what we're going to do. Because it's not the mayor's money. It's not, but the people that are putting the money aside. Isn't that what you put something in, the city puts something. So how do we match it? I don't know whether that answers your question, but you know, pension for me is something that anybody who's done public service deserves to have. Now, if they choose not to have it, we're in America. We have a right to opt out.
You have a question?
I guess I'll come with the same question I asked last. Keeping up with everything that's going on in Wisconsin right now, a lot of those police and firefighters endorse that governor that now hate that they did that. What is your thoughts on meeting confer and collective bargaining? We just got meeting confer here in Dallas within the last couple of years. A lot of us sitting here tonight went to Austin many, many times to fight for that meeting confer bill. What is your thoughts on collective bargaining, meeting confer, and the rights of police and firefighters to bargain for their pensions and endowment?
My question is, who owns the pension? The people that are putting money into it. They are the ones that own the pension. So why would I have a unitary power to say, oh, you can't do it? No. I will engage the people that own the pension to bargain. I mean, I think there's strength in numbers. Isn't that what we say sometimes? There's strength in numbers. So why do we have to dissolve or dilute that number for the people that are the beneficiaries? So for the pension, is okay. One, our contribution to it. What is supporting that contribution? If the city is having challenges, again, if we address the core, because maybe sometimes we're looking at the symptoms, but we're not looking at what is leading to it. The way we have been doing our budget needs to be overhauled.
But are you saying that you do support the right of the police and firefighters to collective bargaining or meeting confer?
Yeah, again, collective in the sense that the money belongs to them. Yeah, I support that right. I support for them to come to the table and leverage whatever number they have. The money doesn't belong to the mayor or the 15 people of the council. These are people that have put in so many years to put this money aside. So they have the right. They have the rights to come in and decide. I mean, that's what made me come to America. You know, so if I came to America because I believe this is a system and a country where values are, rights are respected. So if I'm not going to respect your right to speak as an individual or collectively, then I should be back in the country where the president wakes up and says everybody should go to school and we all stay. So that would be the back and forth we have to have.
Yes, sir. I have a question for you, sir. I'm sorry I got here a little bit late, but anyway, my question is of you. How do you balance the interest of working class people like us versus the interest of the upper crust, so to speak? Case in point, allowing a company to sell beer and other things, or a business close to a school, as an example, and this city council and this mayor, our former mayor, all supported, in particular, waiving, because normally you have to be 1,000 feet away from the school before you can sell liquor or alcohol. But anyway, in the interest of business, obviously we also want to recruit businesses to come to our community, and obviously we want them here because they provide, a tax base, increase our tax base, but employment and they impact the economy. However, I don't think working class people get an abatement on their property. Maybe the elderly might get a homestead exemption. How do you balance those interests if you were to be the mayor?
Thank you. I don't know whether you read BBC News today. Everybody's economy is struggling, and I think 300 and something billion has just got produced in the past 1 year. And Carlos Slim, in Mexico City, is the richest person in the world with $74 billion. Like, come on, give me $2 billion just like as a check. So the interest of the working class. The working class is the backbone of every economy. I mean, can you be a chief if there are no other people in your village? So we have to address the issues that really make them want to work, or really would make them want to live where they live. So when you're talking about having 1,000 feet, I'll give you an example. When I was at Harvard, we had a case study because development usually was lateral, just so you could do 1,000 feet. Now, with the new urban design concept, what they call mixed use, retail on the ground floor, and they begin to challenge that 1,000 feet. I think for the working class in Dallas, if you live in the city of Dallas, and this is where you have a home, your business, and you're doing all you can, we need to support you. We need to make your neighborhood comfortable. We need to make sure you're getting everything that is desired by you because of where you live. I don't know how else to say that because the city doesn't write anybody a check. The city is always out there to see how much money they're going to collect. But are you collecting the money on the back of the people when they are struggling? So how do we balance that? The tax rate is not set by the city. It comes down from the state and it's handed over to the county. I used to be on the County Appraisal Review Board. So those are some of the things that, again, if you inform the citizens, if you inform them as to what their rights are in this system, which is the best in the country, in the world, their rights in this system, then once you put them with that information, they'll be able to come back to their leader. Because I'm going to be a servant leader mayor. I'm not going to be a mayor where this is what you got to do, take it or leave it. No, that's not how I grew up. That's not what I think is good for Dallas. That's not what I think is good for Texas.
With that, we need to
Wrap it up.
Mr. Opa, thank you for coming.
Thank you.